Hi everyone, welcome to Lee Stitch. My name is Liesl and today is Tuesday, the 3rd of January. It's 6:30 a.m. in the morning, so pretty good lights. So hopefully the fabric will show up great. My name is Liesl and this is going to be my 2023 WIP parade, which I know it's a little late, but I had actually done it on the 31st of December, but there was lots of celebrating going around at that time, and just not even from here, but from neighbours and place. So I'm redoing it. I'll put up a quick photo of the setup. I've got quite a few WIPs to go through. So first of all, 2022 didn't really work on. I worked on mainly two WIPs. It's Only Forever by Heaven and Earth Designs, artist Amy Stewart, and my wood splitters, which I have finished my wood splitters. Yes, finished it. I will show that in my next lost tube video, normal video, the finished version. Though so happy I did that, finished that. But it did make for a fairly boring year. I mean, not boring, just I'm really looking forward to this year. 2023, I'm going to be working on lots of different WIPs. Last year I was just the two. This year, I'm going to make up for it. You're going to see lots of different stuff. So I may not get a lot of progress on them, but you're going to see lots of different stuff. I do have my book. No, not that one. Sorry. Alrighty, where to start? 2022. I guess it doesn't really matter what order I've got these in, does it? 2022 WIP goals. Let's just say most of them I finished. I didn't really meet any of my goals. I finished wood splitters, but that's about it. What did I put? Sorry. It's over here. Oh, here we go. Okay. 100 owls. This is doing with my mum. I'll put up a done picture. I'll put her where I was at the start of 2022. This is stitched on 28 count Frosty Mint, plain 28 count Lagana by Fiberlicious. And which way does it go? Here it goes. I need to get a board. Oh, maybe that's the thing I do need to invest in. Well, here we go. Is it showing? There we go. That's it there. I thought this had 12 parts. It's actually got 18 parts. And I've done 9. I'm up to 10 or 11. No, I'm up to part 11. So this one is set for a finish this year. This one I will finish this year and I will give to my mum. I'll give a more update on my next posture, but I just want to say thank you for everybody who's wished the best about my dad. He is out of hospital and is back at home. Thank God. Oh, this one is, I can't give, I'll put a picture of what it looks like. I think we're up to part 5. This is Dark Queen of the Earth, Autumn Lane Stitcheries, Dark Queen of the Earth. So I don't have a complete done picture, but I am behind. Very much behind. This is part 3, still just finishing part 3. This stitch is stitched on hand dyed by, oh, hang on. Hand dyed fabrics by Stephanie. Oh, I think I've been given the wrong fabric company. Hand dyed fabrics by Stephanie. Sassenach, 32 count plain linen. And I love this on this fabric. Oh my God. It's like this pattern was just... This is my oldest WIP. This is one I actually thought I'd I'd gotten rid of. I suffered from postnatal depression with my first son, and we can't always do a lot of cross stitching when we have babies, and my son was a 10-minute power napper, and I wish I was exaggerating, but he's still well known at the daycare centre he went to as the baby that didn't sleep. Anyway, I had postnatal depression. I didn't get treated for it until I was about 5 months old. And during that time, I went through and I got rid of a whole heap of cross-stitch stuff. I got rid of so much. I threw out framed pieces. I can't explain why. I thought, that's it, I can't cross-stitch, I'm throwing out framed pieces. But I did, but my husband and I were cleaning out our storage area, and right in the back corner, tucked away, right up the back, was a box with some cross-stitch stuff that didn't get thrown out, and this is one of them. So this is a piece I remember working on on a train on the way to work when I worked for Ansett, and New Zealand Ansett. There you go, how old that is. This one is called Soul Music. I can't remember the exact date I started it, but it would have been 2000, 2001. So that's it there. This was down as a finish for last year, and I don't think it got touched. I am doing WIP Go again this year, and this year I'm going to follow it, so where's the kit? Where's the... It's nearly done. I've got like one more woof to do and the floor. That's it. And this is the kit fabric, so I can't actually see, don't actually know what the fabric is. It's going to get done. Sorry about that, everyone. I think it's called the Floss Tube Sneezes or Nose Rubber or anything like that. With these two pieces, my Owls and the Dark Queen Seas, they're not actually on my WIP Go board. They're kind of like a focus throughout the year piece to follow. Soul Music is on WIP Go. It is something I'd like to get finished. My next one is who does these again? Brooks Books, Dress Up Princesses, and Jasmine. So that's what she's meant to look like, but I'm going to be doing the conversion for her in blue, and she is going to be stitched on, pretty sure it's 28 count Silver Springs Opal Lagana from Colour Cassade Fabrics. And again, I hope to get her finished. Little one, oh, just double. I hope to get her finished this year. I said they're not big ones. The ones I'm finishing aren't big, so. Although I've got the complete set, so I won't be doing. I've got all 12 princesses, but I'm only going to be doing 10. Pretty sure it's 10. So I've already done. This is the back. So I've already done Elsa and Sleeping Beauty, and then Jasmine's here, and then I've got more fabric where I'm going to be doing some of the other princesses. So Jasmine's down as a finish, and then I don't know which princess is next. We'll worry about that later. Well, the bag was made by a friend of mine, Kathy. I bought the fabric, and a lady at my cross stitch group. She made this wonderful bag for me. Okay. This next one is bag made by Taryn. I love this bag. Sugar Skulls. And it's sparkly too. You can't really see the sparkle, but it has got sparkle in it. This is Nora Corbett's Christmas Curious, the reindeers. Might actually take this one off. It's the top one. Yeah. So I think that's Dasher. The fabric is Behind Blue Eyes 28 count Opal Even Weave by Colour Crusade Fabrics. This fabric is absolutely gorgeous. She can't get the dye for it anymore. So no more Behind Blue Eyes fabrics. I do have Rudolph. Rudolph is here. But I'm going to be doing, I've got all this fabric, and this fabric is doubled over. I'm going to be doing all the Rudolph in a line and the sleigh, all in one piece of fabric. Yeah, Donna is pretty boring at the moment. But by the end of this year, we will have a finished Donna. Maybe in another one. We'll see what happens. Definitely Donna finished. I can't say we'll have another reindeer done, but Donna will definitely be done. Oh, my nose. My nose was fine before I started the video. So, I honestly think there must be something called floss tube nose. I really do. Oh, I've been looking for this piece. That's where it is. God, I was looking everywhere for it. I might have to change the bag for this. I think that's Donna there, so that's the one I'm working on this year. I went to a Mirabilia retreat in November, and that's what I got done at the Mirabilia retreat, was that border for Donna. Although I was very impressed because it made up. It made up and it matched. It didn't have a mistake. Usually whenever I go to retreat, it doesn't work out. Oh, alrighty. Oh. I'll put Jasmine back. When I put stuff away, I'll put Jasmine back. I'm not digging stuff out again. This one definitely didn't get any love. This is Tropical Flowers by Little House in the Attic. Fabric is, I'm pretty sure it's a 28 count. No, it's a 32 count. Flotsam and Jetsam by Chromatic Alchemy. 28 count linen, and I love this fabric. Everybody needs a piece of this fabric in their stash. It's gorgeous, and it is actually showing up pretty well. Look at it. This is what I did Cinderella on. And it's just, I like it because it gives you like that, it's not all green, it's not all blue, but it's nice and dark, it's moody maybe. And as you can see, I've just done one leaf. So, I know I won't finish it this year, but I'll definitely get some progress on it. Definitely get some progress, but I love the colours on this. The colours, when this is done, it's just going to pop. This is actually a stitch along with Kim in the United States. She's doing not the same pattern, she's got another flower pattern, which I think she may have actually finished. Ooh. I'm pretty sure hers was a Glendon Place pattern. Suss it out. Most of my project bags are made by Taryn. This one's also Taryn. So, excuse me. Ugh. The other one, the flowers, that one was also made by Taryn. And this one I love because it comes with a pouch. I'm easily pleased. Okay, this is a Heaven and Earth Designs called Little Dreamer's Tree. Artwork by Amy Stewart. You will see progress on this one. I started this as a 100 stitches in 100 days, which I didn't do for 100 days, but I did get some decent, if you're ever going to do it, you'll get decent progress on it. So I'll put up a done picture and just a zoom in picture of the part that I'm working on, because the done picture you can't really see much. These are not park threads, these are all waist knots. What I do is I start on like the next empty spot and work my way up. So currently that's up here. What I would do is work my way up, and then I would go down, up and down. And it's just wherever the thread finishes. And this is about the width of the project. The project is only 150 stitches wide. But you can see, it looks good. You can really see the picture. Makes me want to change the way I'm working on It's Only Forever. Actually, I have been thinking of that. I've been working on that one colour by colour, and I like the effect of that. But lately I've been wanting to see pictures, so I'm like, oh, should I switch to like page by page sort of thing? And we'll see. That one is just progress for this year. Right, this one is set as a finish for this year, and I'm sure I will. This is Luna Mystica by Bella Filipina. Gorgeous. She's gorgeous. And this is stitched on Fabulous Fabrics Transcendent 32 count opal linen. And I don't have the top off, that's right. I need to will that work? There we go. Isn't she gorgeous? Look at that tail. I got so much done. Should fight with Hubby more often. Because then I actually spent pretty much all day on the 30th and the 31st stitching Hubby's wood splitters to get it done. Like, I was super focused. I didn't actually go to bed until 3 a.m. on the morning of the 31st. I finished wood splitters at 10:30 p.m. I always do something to get it done, and I did. And he loves it. He loves it. He picked the. I'm not going to talk about wood splitters. Sorry, that's gonna floss tube. So this is Luna Mystica, and like I said, you can't really see it. There's these swirly bits here. I want to unpick these bits here that you can't really see, and redo them in a different color so you can see them, because I'm like, they look really pretty, but you can't see them. But she is going to be a finish. She is, and then when I finish her, I do want to do Salt Bacana, her sister, which is like a mate for her. But I think the next, oh, there's so many Bella Filipinas to choose from. And my mother-in-law gave me a whole heap of Bella Filipinas. I got about 5 new Bella Filipinas for Christmas, so. Oh, what's next? This one is a long dog, Templar's Prophecy. I'll put up a dumb picture where I was. I think I may have touched on this extremely lightly in the year. I do love this fabric. Flame, actually, I don't have it in here. Where's my phone? Oh. Sorry, I'm just finding out what fabric. That's just the handle. Just having a look at the fabric that I'm working on. Journal started. Templars. Fabulous Fabrics. I do have a thing for Fabulous. I should start up their Fabric of the Month club again. Fabulous Fabrics, 32 count linen, plain, full flame. I hate ironing. I mean, the only thing I iron is my kids' school uniforms. Hubby does all his own ironing. You knew it when he married me. I don't like ironing. So that's that. And this is being stitched on Silks for You. PR053. I didn't want to use a plain white. It's not actually a plain white. It's like, I wanted it to look old, like it'd been slightly discoloured. So it's kind of like got bits of it are white, bits of it are discoloured, and that's the effect I wanted to go for, because I wanted it to look old. Can you see it? Can't really see it. It doesn't look totally white though. So I wanted it to look. Sorry, another sneezing fit. I must be allergic to mornings. I'm definitely not allergic to cross stitching. That would be really bad. Oh, this is another one I got from my mum. I remember, I don't know, in Australia in Sydney we used to have these great big craft shows. And they were massive. They were like held at this racecourse centre. There was like covered 3 or 4 floors, workshops and everything. And my mum used to take me to every single one of them when I was growing up. Like I said, I started stitching when I was 9, and remember we moved to Sydney when I started high school. So she probably started taking me to them when I was about 13. But they're not on anymore. And my mum used to see this one done. And she always used to say how much she loved this one. And I saw this come up on Aussie Stash and Load, and I bought it. So this is another one I'm doing for my mum. But she tried to knows about this one. I'd love to do it for her. Finish it up for her. It's a Lanate called Arabian Woman. This is on the WIP Go board as well. This is on a pre-printed fabric that comes with the kit. There. Now the only thing is, I'm not sure about is, I mean, I know that it's not going to cover it, but I felt it started at like exactly where I was meant to. But you can see where her foot is. Like, it totally... I mean, I know the fabric's big enough, but like you kind of think, okay, is her foot meant to be there? But it's wound up being, and I know that my counting's correct because I've like triple, quadruple checked. It's there, but maybe that's normal. I'm just wondering whether the shading's going to be right. So I'll get it done. Is that the year on this too big? No. There's no progress on this. Most of these, I mean, I could show you where I started and where I finished, but most of these I didn't work on. Last year did not go the way I planned. Did anybody's 2022 go the way they planned though? I mean, really, my plan this year is to work on lots of different WIPs. Lots and lots and lots of different WIPs. That's my plan for this year. Alrighty. Next one is Crowns of the Kingdom. I'll put a picture of what this is going to look like done. I did work on this one a little bit, so I'll put up a before picture. And this is what it looks like now. This is actually stitched on white, as you can see the done picture. This is stitched on, I think this actually might be a linen. It might be even weave. No, this is an even, oh, this is an even weave. It's linen, it's a damn good linen. This is a Colour Cascade Fabrics, 28 count, Underground King. I wanted this to have much more a rich, I was tossed up between like, you know, I wanted a royal colour, so I chose purple. But a rich colour, make the metallic, that whole piece is done in metallics. And I really just wanted it to bounce off, so there. I do love that piece. It's actually not the, this is pretty much all the way across. That's halfway. That's halfway, pretty much. So I could finish all here. And this is pretty much halfway down here as well. That's on my WIP Go board. Okay. What's next? Okay. This is another bag. I bought the material at a craft show, and Kathy kindly made this for me. Something about I love about these is I didn't even try and match up the materials. I'm like, oh, I like this one, and I like this one, and I like this one. And somehow Kathy put all the materials together to make these beautiful bags for me. And they've even got like not a remove pocket, but like a pocket on the inside, so you can, it comes in handy. Alright, this is down as a finish. I didn't work on it at all this year. It's down as a finish every year, but it's going to be finished this year because it's not that big. Cranberry Row. I've got 2, one for Ian, one for Gwen. See, this one is not, see, it's just the rose. It's not that big. There's There's no reason why this one shouldn't have been done yet. This is stitched on a 28 count opal even weave in white. I know I'm not a big fan of white, but this one I thought called for white, but it has got the opal. Yeah, you can see that before, just to give it that little bit of extra Christmas feel. So, expand, and there's not a tiny bit of beading on it, not a lot of beading. What it is though, I've got enough fabric to put both stockings on, so I'm going to be stitching both the stockings, and then I'm going to ask my mum to finish them for me. She may tell me I have to help her, which is, how does this go? Which, to be honest, sewing machines scare me. It reminds me of learning how to drive. Like, you know when you learn how to drive and it's like, oh my god, I'm going like 5 kilometers an hour and it feels so fast. And it's like, I'm like that. I'm like, starting with the sewing machine is going, and the needle's going and then you put your foot down a little faster, and the next thing you know it's going, and you're like, ah! And yeah, no. Yeah, I've tried to learn how to sew. I just, not my thing. It's scary. Oh. Alrighty. This bag is from Silks For You. It says, in a world full of unicorn, here you go. In a world full of unicorns, be a badass. Sometimes it feels like that. My Teresa loves a piece. Millennium. I have actually seen this one done in person, and it is gorgeous. My goal for this year was to finish the inside bit. Not all the planets here in the comet are 1/1. My goal was to just finish the inside, not the words, but the inside space seam. Well, I did work on this, but I didn't finish this inside seam. I was doing the 1/1 here. I finished a couple more planets, the comet and the Earth. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna mark this one as goal complete. Not that it makes much difference, but just because I did. If I'd stitched on what I had planned to, I would have done it. Instead, I did a lot of the 1/1. But it's got, when you're in the mood for 1/1, do the 1/1. This is the kit fabric. I was lucky enough to get this in a kit. I know it's 25 count. I don't want to say Lagana. It feels thicker. Monaco, maybe? Can you see it? Hang on, let me see if I can just... okay, I need a board. I need a board. There we go. That's better. So, but you can see I've got all the small planets done. The comet is, I've got some white done on the comet. All this part of the comet is done, which you can't really see, and that done. So, goal for this year for this is either the rest over the 2/2 space seam or 1/1. I know it's probably pretty boring for you guys to have me put stuff away as I go, but if I don't do it, I'm going to wind up with stuff everywhere. Lest we forget. I don't think I worked on this. Lest we forget, I'll put up a done picture. This is artwork by John Bradley to Heaven and Earth Designs. It's also a retired piece, so you can't get it anymore. Lest we forget. So I'm looking at my little thing here. It's 2/1 10 stitch on 25 count even weave. It's a Dresden blue, but it's a full coverage, so you're not going to see the fabric anyway. It's just something I had in stash. I might put it up because I think I did work on it. And the idea with this one is I'm going to have my mum's dad, my pop, and my husband's grandfather. They both fought in the World War II. And I'm going to have this cross stitch in the middle, and then I'm going to have a photo of each of our grandfathers on either side with their names and rank and stuff. And we'll hang that up. I think that is really cool. I have been to Gallipoli, amazing place, amazing what they did there, and I know Abby would love to go to Gallipoli one day. I'm going to take my husband to Gallipoli. Sorry, this needle mind is now sitting in a really weird spot. I just move this. But that, one day this will become a focus piece, but not yet. This is another bag that I got through Silks for You. Where's the bag? This looks really pretty. Really pretty bag. Okay, this one is... Oh, I'll just put up a dump picture. This is a new start I'm going to start this year actually, so I'm just going to show off the bag though. Society 6, Amy Stewart. So cute. Little one, but it's a new start. I haven't started it yet, so actually I need it threads. I can't decide between DMC threads or splurging at the silks. Love this bag. And sometimes it speaks the truth. Let me see it. Basically, it says adulting is bullshit. Sorry, but sometimes it really is. You know that? Sometimes adulting is just... Why do we work so hard to be adults sometimes? I always laugh when my kids say, I can't wait till I'm an adult and I can do whatever I want. And I'm like, I am an adult and I'm still waiting to do whatever I want. Sorry. Nimue. It's called Victoria, but I think it's got a bit of a Thrandle look. So I'm going to be leaving off these beads up here. Like, sort of the head, but just the beads. Just have it like hooking around there. And leaving off the earrings, so I might keep that. So I call it Thrandle. So it is called Victoria. If anybody wants to do it, it's Nimue Victoria. I call it Thrandle. I'm going to be doing all the skin 1/1. And on Luna Mystica, I've done the skin 2/1 10 stitch, which is how I'm going to do skin from now on. I think it looks fantastic. With Thrandle, I've done it 1/1 cross stitch. That's because the eyes, the nose, and the lips are all charted in cross stitch. So I wanted it to look the same. The stitch on cross stitch boutique, Seaside Slumber. You guys remember, but I did floss tube channels where I'd done all these floss tosses, and I think I've used a fabric that I didn't even consider in the floss tosses. Just kind of came up last minute. Yep, that'll go figure. Okay. This piece I have worked on, so I'll put up a dumb picture. It's Once Upon a Fairy Tale, artwork by Amy Stewart by Heaven and Earth Designs, stitched on 40 count silk gauze, 1/1 10 stitch. I have worked on this, so I'll put a before picture up of what it looked like at the start of the year. Not as far as long as I'd like, but like 2022 was just a sucky year. No, it wasn't a sucky. I got stuff done. I got a lot of the 2 projects I worked on. I got a lot of progress done, but I like working on other stuff. But I want to work on the next row. His head. You'll see the dragon's head come up in the next row because of the parking. I'm doing waist knots here, so these are all just waist knots. But next one across, next row across, the dragon's head. Whenever I work on this piece, I like to watch The Hobbit. Generally Desolation of Smaug or the Battle of the Five Armies. Which is weird because Smaug's always considered like this big character. He's in the last bit, the last section of the movie, the Desolation of Smaug, and he's in the first tiny bit of the Battle of the Five Armies. So for such a big main character, he's not actually in it that much. Like, his presence is always in it, but he himself is not. And this is a bag by Taryn. Love this bag, love the colours, it's gorgeous. Not impressed with my puppies. And this isn't even done by the new 8-month-old puppy. The big 7-year-old puppy did this one. Yeah, sleeping. Yeah, what's up, Liesl? Yes, not impressed. Although, luckily he chewed the bag and not the cross stitch. If he chewed the 40 count silk gauze, wee puppy. He's sleeping on the couch. He don't care. This is another bag by Taryn. I actually bought this one for my nan. My nan collects frogs. But she's quit doing all of her knitting and stuff, so... Although, my nan is down at the moment and she wanted something to do, and I bought her a diamond dots. And she's loving the diamond dots. Loving it. So, if she's discovered a new hobby, I might still give this bag back to her. Because she could put her diamond dots in it. Because I did actually buy it. I mean, I think the bag's really cute. But I did buy it for her, and then she gave it to me because she doesn't knit anymore. And anyway, done picture. And I did work on this. Didn't get my goal. Goal was to get halfway finished and start the back stitching. Not halfway finished, and no back stitching. I'm not a big back stitcher. This is Mucha. I can never say them. Aurora from Pinky the Pink. And it's a Sparkly's Fabric of the Month is all I've got down. It's a 32 count. I love this fabric. It was a Fabric of the Month, but I was getting fat quarters and it wasn't big enough, so I had to do a custom size. Yeah, you can see where her head's a bit... I really need to at least back stitch her face because her face looks weird. But that's her there. And I love, you can see the kind of shading she does. Oh my god, isn't that gorgeous? The blues to the pinks and that. I'd love to get halfway done. And the back stitching. I mean, I know I'm not going to get it finished, but I at least need to back stitch her face, because her face is looking pretty scary. Let's be honest, it's looking scary. Oh, I didn't show you guys this. I got this bag at the Mirability Retreat. Andrea is her name, and I love it because it's got all these like little acronyms all over it. It's kind of like I have a PhD, project's half done. WIM works. Oh, hang on. A WISP is work in slow progress. That's me. I've had so many WIPs. Pigs, projects in grocery sacks. TGIF, thank God it's finished. Hips, hundreds of ideas piling skyward. That's me. A whim, works hidden in my mind. Wombat, waste of money, batting and time. It has got lots of different ones. So, and I love this bag because, yeah, especially the PhD, that's me. This is Primitive Hair. Black Pearl. Love her. Yeah. This is stitched on 28 count plain. Fiberlicious Fabrics, Lagana, Sunlit Cathedral. didn't turn out the way I wanted it for the project I wanted it for. And I'm like, yeah, and I've tried selling it, couldn't sell it. But what I did is I tea dyed it. I went over the top with a tea dye to try and tone it down a bit, which works. And this is what I'm doing black pearl on. So if you see Sunlit Cathedral from Fibrilicious Fabrics, it's going to look totally different to this one because I have dyed over the top of it with tea. And that's kind of the fabric. Sort of washed out. It looks darker. And that's where I am. Not much. I love the idea of getting her done. Don't know whether I'll get it done. She's not big. We'll see. We'll see what happens when she comes up on WIP Go. At the end of this video, I'll show my WIP Go board up here. Not every project is on my WIP Go board because some of them I'm going to be working on throughout the year regardless. So with my WIP Go, it is when the number gets called, I'll work on that project for 7 days out of the month. And it doesn't have to be full of that day, but yeah. So that way I'm going to work on that, but I have to put like my big one, Eternally Forever. It's not on WIP Go because that's going to be a constant throughout the year thing. Yeah, anything like that are going to be Dark Queen of the Earth in 100 Hours. They're not on my WIP Go because that's going to be a constant throughout the year thing. Where was I? Oh God, what box am I in? I currently have 25, 26. Actually, I started 2 more, so I think I've got 28 WIPs now. Yeah, 28 WIPs. This bag is, I can't remember who got this bag. I won it at a Mirabilia retreat. I do love the colours. Look at those. Isn't that gorgeous? I'll put up a picture. This is Tilton Crafts, the One Ring. Pretty sure I did do work on this. This is worked on an Ada. Oh, I've got R2D2. R2D2 on the One Ring. I should swap that for the little door thing. What's the fabric for this one? It's 18 count Ada. It's a full coverage, so I wasn't really concerned about what colour it was. That's, can't really see. Oh, it's got the needle in it. I'll put up what it did look like as well. So, but I'm out of the black, out of that bit, and then into the down bit. And this is on the done picture. Will this show up? Okay, nothing else but here. See the ring? The writing in the ring? Okay, I have got some of the DMC 24 karat gold dipped through. And I thought about saving it. It's a collector's item, but I'm like, what's the point? I mean, no one I know, no one in my family's going to appreciate it the same way. I thought, no, it's going to be better to use it. So I'm going to use that writing in the ring. It's going to be in the 24 karat gold thread. So that means I think this is going to be. This is Maleficent. This is going to be a new start. She's on my WIP Go board. I'll show it a dump picture, but I did have other fabric shows, and it was a bright green fabric, and I never started it. And this is how I know if I know it's definitely not the right fabric, because I just won't work on it. It's a good sign. I just won't work on it. It just doesn't feel right. And that was what it is. This one is my friend Amanda. We're going through her fabrics, and well, this would be great for this. So guess what I wound up with? This is a 36 count linen. Jew Design, Rookie Mountain. And this is what she's going to be. I love how it's not. You see? Yes, really is. It's not plain white. It's got little bits of, can't really see it. If I fold it over. Yeah, anyway, it's got little bits of modeling in it. But it's not plain white. It's just got that touch of thing on it. And it's going to look awesome on that. So I'm just thinking if you have to like the fabric it's on, because if you don't like the fabric that something is on, you won't work on it. It's not going to be any fun to work on it, and you just won't work on it. Oh, I think I'm nearly done, people. What's in this one? Oh, that's Crowns of the Kingdom that I've already shown you. The cross is just won't fit in the box. That's all. Don't tell me I just about finished. Okay. What I've got is, so what I'm doing is with my WIP Go, the 2 numbers that I pulled the projects, I'm going to put them down within easy reach next to my little box, but I've got a little thing down next to my chair. Sanctimonia. I'll put up a dumb picture as well, but I love this bag. Keep Sanctimonia. Now, this is the regular size, 28 count even weave. So I started on regular size, regular colours, and then it was done in the, sorry, our Pippin's moving the camera. He wants attention. A mini pattern was done. So I stopped and I bought the mini pattern, and I thought about it for a while, but I've decided to keep going with this because all this detail up here, the shell, I wanted that to be as clear as possible, and I thought you're going to lose a lot of that in the mini. So I'll put it where it was. I'll just put the fabric behind it. It's about the same colour fabric at the moment. It makes it hard to see. You can see I'm getting into different colours down here. So, but I love this piece. I saw this piece when it first came out and I just bought it. Oh my god, it spoke to me. It is absolutely stunning. I know it's called a WIP Go 6 and 10. Can't remember which one's 6 and which one's 10. No, Little Society 6 bag. This is a long dog sampler called Forevermore. My husband and I have now been married for 13 years. We'll be married 14 years in June. And this is our wedding sampler. What I'm doing for our wedding sampler. Although, I love this piece, but in my defense, this didn't come out until we were married for 10 years. Either just before or just after 10 years of marriage. So, it took me a while to find the right one. This piece is, I'm working on, it's a Sparkly's fabric, 32 count Murano opalescent, fabric of the month, May 2018. The colours for my husband's and my wedding was blue and silver. So I'll put up, I think I did work on this. I'll put it where I was. Just move this over. That's a quarter. I think a quarter is about here. It's not a big piece. I'd love to finish this piece, but I don't think I will. I might get half done. So I'm working on it in 939, I think it is. 823. DMC 823. Just parts of it are being done in, the words are being in a 12-823, and then I've also got these grey bits for the silver. All the grey is done in a 12 as well, but you can't really see the sparkle. And the words is being done in the A12 as well, but you can't really see the sparkle. So the idea is that I'll just pick up on that. If I keep them next to me, I'll just pick them up and work on them. Make them easier to just grab and work on. I'll put these away in a sec. Alright, so I have got sorry. So I was at my cross stitch group and a whole heap of us have grabbed are doing these Nimue patterns. I'll put up a dumb picture. This is King Arthur. I have King Arthur and Guinevere, Vivian, Queen of the Fairies. But a whole heap of us are looking at King Arthur and Guinevere, and so we thought we're going to do a stitch along. Why not? And so this is stitched on Fabulous Fabrics Golden Oak Plain 28 count. It's a new start, so there we go. Now this is on a fat half, so I'm going to have King Arthur on the left with extra fabric. Guinevere is going to go on the right, so you're going to be on the same piece of fabric. And all that is blended threads, greens and browns blended threads. I can't see it. You can't really see it. Sort of. Anyway, but yeah, that's working on the chair first. So that's going to be, yeah. And the little line says, just visiting this planet, because sometimes it feels like that's what I'm doing. I'm just visiting. Oh, okay. I would love to get King Arthur done by the end of the year. I've worked out about 150 stitches a day. That 150 stitches a day also includes the back stitching. There's a lot of back stitching, maybe half the back stitching. If I do 150 stitches a day, I'll get all the cross stitches done, and if not all, most of the back stitching done. So, and then there's another one. So these aren't on the WIP Go board. These are the ones I'm going to be working on throughout the year. This one is Lavender and Laces, Angel of the Sea. With this one, this is also a new start. It's stitched on Colour Cascade Fabrics, 28 count, even weave plain, Gold Digger. So, yeah, it's the right way. Just lift this up. Not much to show. I actually think this would look good. This was my first choice for King Arthur. But when I did a floss toss, I actually liked it better on the golden oak. Go figure. So not much. The fabric is great. I'd love to order more of this. I've got lots of Gold Digger old map style, but I'd like some more actual Gold Digger. With this one, I'm doing this for my husband's Auntie Joe. I did Lavender and Lace Angel of Healing photo op for my mother-in-law Cheryl, and she's got two sisters, Lynn and Joe. Lynn's, well, ex-daughter-in-law now, her son's not there, now divorced, but she did a cross stitch of Beauty and the Beast for Lynn. I think I've got a photo. If I've got a photo, I'll put it up. I may not have a photo, but they now divorced. But the thing is, Joe's always been, Joe really does appreciate the cross stitching and the work that goes into it and everything like that. And like Cheryl's got one and Lynn's got one and Joe doesn't. So I'm doing this for Joe. And Gwen is up.
I was up, then I went back to sleep because it was 4 a.m. Morning, guys.
Morning. It's now 7:30. So this one, I'm not even going. This one is, to get this one done by the end of the year would be about 80 stitches a day. Would it be great to have it done by the end of the year? Absolutely. Is it essential? No. Like I said, I have absolutely no intentions of doing what I did last year where I just focused on nothing but 2 projects. I want to work on all the WIPs this year. Make it very, make it fun. Alrighty. Oh, actually, my chatelaines.
Did you show them the one that you finished?
No, this is a WIP video. The one I'm finished will be doing like on my next costume video. So next is my chatelaines. This is Tea House Challenge by Chatelaine. Fiberlicious Fabrics Sunset Walk 28 count opal, which I did buy for another memorabilia actually, but that's it there. And I'm doing the 1/1 version, so all here. And I did work on this. I'll put up what it looks like and where it was at the start of last year and where I am now. And I'd love to get this one finished. I might, there's a roof that comes up here, but that's the hard bit. Like, that's the top border there, so the border's all done. So I just need to, and this is actually really easy to work on because it's all symmetrical. So pretty much this is just a copy of that, which makes it really easy to work on. The back stitching, that could be a bit of a pain. The back stitching's all in gold metallic over 1/1 stitching, so that could be a bit of a pain, but hopefully I'll get this one done this year. That's the goal. I'd like to get this one finished. So I would like to conquer the challenge. And next we have my Japanese Zen Moss Garden, which I'll put up a done photo. Japanese Zen Moss Garden by Chatelaine. Stitched on Colour Cassade Fabrics 28 count plain Garden Party. This is a subtle version of Garden Party, so I'm not sure whether you'll actually see the colours. This one is trapped in the case. There it is. This one I actually don't have plans to work on it this year because my plan is to finish Tea House Challenge, and then once I finish Tea House Challenge then I'll go on to this one. So I'll just get a bit of a needle minder. Which way that goes? I'm pretty sure that's up. That's it there. This is called Japanese Zen Moss Garden. It's stunning and I absolutely loves this, and I'm looking forward to working on it again. But Japanese Zen Moss Garden first, and then so once I finish Tea House Challenge, so this will probably get finished next year. My god, I love this center. You could have that just as gorgeous. I think that's it. I think that is 27. Yeah, 32, 31. That's 30 WIPs. With a couple of new starts in there. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some new starts as well. So the new starts would be Northern Expressions Peacock Band Sampler up here. Soul Sisters, which was right. Oh, there it is. Soul Sisters. My friend Amanda's done part of it, and I'm going to do one as well, and we're going to give it to each other. Do I have it finished? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Soul Sisters. Isn't that great? So she's done one and I'm going to do one. It's only little. 87 by 68. That's so cool. So I'm going to do Peacock Band Sampler, Soul Sisters, The Linen and Threads 2018, which isn't in here actually. That was, my goal is to buy the pattern for this year so I can finish it. And the Terence Nolan egg, Fabergé egg, I'm going to start kitting that up with silks. I'm going to put a dumb picture of that one up. That's goal for that use just to start kitting it up. So it'll be set for next year. Oh, hang on, I do have a couple more. Fire burn, cauldron, bubble. I did not work on that at all. Oh dear. There is another one, fire burn, cauldron, bubble. I didn't touch it. Can't find it. I put it somewhere safe, I'm sure. I'll put up a picture. I hadn't touched it all this year, so I'll put a picture of what it's going to look like done. Where it is, it's stitched on fire, bombed by Calico Fabrics. What's wrong? I think that is it, just the fire. I can't believe I've lost one. Oh, I am forgetting one. I kept thinking I'm forgetting one. I'm forgetting my big, oh my god. It's Only Forever. How could I forget this one? Artwork by Amy Stewart, Heaven and Earth Designs. This is my super size, max color. It's 2/1, 25 count. Easy guide. Put up a dumb picture, what it looked like last year. And I'm not gonna be big enough to do. I finished the goal. Goal was to get to 33.33%. I am on 33.6%. How's that? Reach the goal. So this is a third complete. Goal is to get somewhere in the 40s. Love to get 50%, but I don't think I'm going to get that far done. So what I'll do is I'll get a photo. And put this one up, but I've got all the black done. So I'll put it where it was at the start of last year. Got all the black done, and I'm starting on the green. And I've also started doing the little colours, which I've got like, there's 12 colours that I've got like just one stitch of one colour, 3 stitches of one colour, 12. They vary from 1 stitch to 50 stitches is what I'm putting in as I'm putting in the green. So where's the green? I don't know if you can see it. But it's starting to kind of come to life. And I don't know, I like the look of doing it colour by colour, finishing a colour and then having a look. But part of me is like, oh, I want to see the picture. So I've been thinking of doing it like kind of like page by page, like more. So you see more of the picture come to life. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think. I can't believe I nearly forgot this piece. So, oh, there is one more. No. Sorry, no, there's not. This is it. Alrighty, so wishing you guys, I hope you guys have a safe, happy, well New Year's. Stitch on everything. I hope you've been having good holidays, lots of rest. Our dog Zuma's sleeping on Gwen. Oh, I don't want to be an adult. I want to be a dog. I reckon dogs have the great life. So, but thank you guys, and I will be making a normal floss stew video soon. I'm gonna get back into life as much as I can. So thanks guys. Bye.